Hello, and here we're installing GROMACS on a high-performance computer, HPC. Need to obtain access to an HPC or high-performance computer. And so I'm using Southern Illinois University Carbondale's supercomputer, or HPC, nicknamed Big Dog. There are other supercomputing locations, like the Pittsburgh supercomputer, which is utilized by ICOMZ. So it's funded by the National Science Foundation. And GROMACS specializes in the molecular dynamics of atomic structures. These structures can be living or non-living structures. And a simulation is a calculation ran by a given program. And then GROMACS is a free software. So installing GROMACS on HPC, we'll make sure you have Wi-Fi and internet connection. And then next is open a terminal window, either Windows Command Terminal or Ubuntu Command Terminal. And then you want to go through the necessary steps to access your HPC cluster. So make sure, if you're at SIUC, make sure you use the command shown with your SIU student ID, as well as Cisco AnyConnect to log in. And then at your home directory on your HPC cluster, you want to use wget to download GROMACS software package. So I'm using the GROMACS 2021.4 version. If you want the latest version, just change 2021.4 to 2024.5. So you can run your molecular dynamics simulation. And then next is once that's installed, then you want to extract GROMACS in your home directory or any directory or folder using this command. Next is building GROMACS software package. You build GROMACS software package. And next we need to, we're going to build GROMACS into our HPC cluster. And from the home directory on your HPC cluster, navigate into the newly extracted GROMACS software package using command below. Create a new folder here using the command below. And then navigate into the new folder build using command below. And then make sure to install CMake in your HPC cluster. GROMACS 2021.4 and later needs CMake 3.18.4. The 2024 version needs a G++ compiler version 9. But to install CMake on your HPC cluster, use the command below, either module load. Next is build GROMACS software package. So once you are in the new build directory and installed the correct CMake version for your correct GROMACS software package, you're ready to build GROMACS on an HPC cluster. And you want to use the command below. Make sure you use caps lock or shift key, and make sure to use MPI in the command above to allow the user to run GROMACS on an HPC cluster. Next is run make, and then make check in terminal. Don't use the brackets shown. And then this will take about 30 minutes to an hour to run all 3 commands on an HPC cluster. Takes a long time. Now, once your HPC cluster is done building GROMACS, the next step is exporting the location or path of GMX MPI in the build directory. And using commands below, navigate to GMX MPI from the build directory. So you can use ls to output to directories or folders and files in the directory you are in. Navigate to directory bin using cd bin. And then once you're now export to, and then use ls to find, and the user should see GMX MPI in the bin directory. Now export to path using the command below, where the XXX is your SIUC student ID. Now you're ready to use GROMACS. So once you export the path of GMX MPI, make sure to memorize or write down the path. The path is how the user can run GROMACS on an HPC cluster using a script file to automate the process or manually enter in the proper commands. And to check GROMACS is ready on an HPC cluster, run this command from your home directory or any directory. And to navigate to your home directory, use the command cd ... and don't use the brackets there. But using command below, where XXS is your SIUC student ID number. And once you have ran the command above, the output is the GROMACS citation page for the version you installed. And then you are ready to run your molecular dynamic simulations using GROMACS. And for more information, visit the GROMACS documentation website. And then the GROMACS Forum can be helpful to ask GROMACS users with specific questions related to GROMACS. And happy computing.